Hi friends. Don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I am currently trying to not pass away from the flu. Yeah, but I really wanted to do my weekly video because I'm trying to be more consistent and post once a week. So here is our weekly update. But yeah, I've been really sick. I have this horrible little tickle in the back of my throat. It's giving me this like fake little cough. Yeah, anyway. So, as you can see here on the screen, I am trying desperately to rev the engine that is my frontal lobe and actually do a Webtoon format style comic. For some reason, whenever I stray outside of like, I don't know, like standard print Western comics formatting, my brain just goes burr. Like, I get the blue screen of death. It's bad. Like, I don't know why. Like, when I love reading the Webtoon scroll format. Like, I love consuming that kind of content. But for some reason, I just really struggle making it. So this is my attempt. I'm gonna hopefully do, the next, I don't know what to call things, right? Because Webtoon has like chapters versus pages versus whatever. Currently on my Webtoon, The Killer Kiss, check it out if you haven't. I'm posting it one standard size page at a time, like a print style page. So right now it's like flipping through the pages of a comic book, but for the next section, I guess we'll call it a section, I'm hoping to do the actual Webtoon format. I would really love to do like a scroll format properly. That would be wonderful. I do think it's just a better reading experience, especially because we tend to read on our phones now. And yeah, I mean, I love doing print comics. I will still do print comics, but I think for my personal project, I'm just gonna keep it online. It's just kind of more my jam for this. But yeah. So again, this is me. This is actually my best attempt so far at the Webtoon style. I just kept trying and giving up for a long time, and I'm like, we're just gonna figure it out. We're gonna do it. So yeah, and I guess this is basically the beginning of like the next chapter. The first chapter is like 37 regular pages. It is called The Den of Damsels. So that's being posted weekly, like I mentioned. For the next chapter, I don't really know, because like, again, I'm new to this scroll format. I really am not sure like how many pages. This is like uncharted territory for me. Again, brain go burr. I'm learning, you're learning, we're all learning, so yeah, we'll figure it out. That's what I just keep telling myself. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, so another thing I've been thinking about this week is hatred. No. I hate I hate when people are like, "Oh, you know, this artist copied this thing from this other thing," or I mean, obviously don't like blatantly copy stuff, but nothing exists in a vacuum. You know, we've all been inspired by like, our work is typically a Frankenstein of the things that we love and enjoy, right? So, and I really feel like you have to consume to create, basically. Like, again, nothing exists in a vacuum. So whether you're writing about stuff that's inspired by your real life, or things that you've read, or things that you've watched, or, you know, art styles that you're into, whatever. Like, you know, you're not gonna just, like, pull everything out of your ass. Like, again, nothing exists in a vacuum. So I think people just get a lot of flack for, oh, you copied this. It's like, no, I just incorporated that into my style or into my story, you know? So, yeah, people just are haters out here. Another update for this week is that I've been getting back into listening to ghost stories. I was a very morbid child, if you couldn't tell. And I remember me and my sister used to watch horror game playthroughs and, like, horror stories just all the time. That was, like, our hyperfixation, was just, like, scary stuff. And, yeah, I hadn't really been, consuming that kind of content in a while. So I've been getting back into that, and it's been very fun. But also, like, funny, because, I don't know, as someone who, like, studied a lot of occult stuff as a teenager, that sounds so formal. I studied the occult. No, I just, like, other normal kids were going to parties or, like, sneaking out to hang out with boys, and I was staying up all night going down Wikipedia rabbit holes about, like, demonic shit. I don't know. Like, I was just a very weird kid. But I don't know. I just feel like I know enough to, like, not mess with all that. You know, I've seen some paranormal things. Oh, sorry, bumping the mic. Seen some paranormal things. And again, I know enough to not mess with it. So, yeah, but it is fun to listen to, like, paranormal stories and stuff, and, like, watch some goofy goobers go ghost hunting. Yeah, that's just something I enjoy. It's also just funny to, like, watch grown men just get the absolute piss scared out of them by, like, paranormal stuff in a haunted house. I don't know, I just find that very amusing. Like, if I died and became a ghost, I say if I died, like, I'm not ever gonna die. Low-key, though, I've been interested in quantum immortality, but that's beside the point. That's a different rabbit hole. No, but I just derive, like, sadistic humor from watching, again, just grown men just be scared. Oh, yeah. No, but if I was a ghost, God, can you imagine how fun that would be to just, like, haunt a house and, like, scare people? Like, that would just be so funny, dude. I would love to scare ghost hunters. Or, like, you die and go to hell, and Satan's like, alright, we got an assignment for you. Like, you're gonna go haunt this house. We got some ghost hunters that are getting too close to the truth, and you just gotta scare them off. Give them the scare of their life. Golly, that would be so much fun. That'd be so funny. I feel like the opposite, though, like being, like, a guardian angel or something. I feel like that would be way harder. I sometimes think about that. I'm like, man, my guardian angel probably just taking a long drag of a cigarette. God's like, how's your assignment going? He's like, not good, bud. Like, he's, like, trying so hard to keep this one alive and, like, in the light. I feel like that'd be a really hard job. I had a lot of fun. Complete change of subject. I had a lot of fun drawing this character. I started him in my sketchbook and I was like, let's continue this digitally. I don't know if I'll put him in my comic or not, but I don't know, I've been very inspired by, like, 80s media and, like, space westerns and whatnot, and it kind of occurred to me that there's not much of like an opposing force that I've. Well, there is. There are opposing forces to the antagonistic cult in my comic, but are they as cool as some of the ideas I've been getting lately? I don't know about that. Some changes might need to be made. Also, speaking of changes to employ, I'm just going to call it Chapter 2. In Chapter 2 of my comic, I'm really digging these, like, hand-drawn word bubbles that I do with, like, what's it called? It's like the balloon pen. Been into that. So I think I might employ that more in the next one. I will also say Chapter 1 was a big experiment in just getting used to Clip Studio Paint. That might sound literally insane. Let me just start my big passion project on a completely new software. That's a great idea. No, but I think the Den of Damsels, Chapter 1, is the prequel to the main story. So I kind of wanted an unserious start to the project, because if I took it too seriously, I was just never going to start. I have literally been writing this story since, like, high school. Like, I've literally been, like, working on this project on and off for 10 years, trying to, just being, like, a freak, a perfectionist. And I'm like, if I don't get a little more unserious, like, this is never going to happen. So yeah, it's been an exercise in, you know, just not being a freak weirdo perfectionist. So yeah, so that's why I did a brand new software and all that jazz. But yeah, I think this character, though, just, like, looks really cool, and I'm trying to incorporate more deities. That's kind of, like, a theme of the comic, is, like, mortals, and even immortals on Earth employing the power of certain deities. But, yeah, I think having more characters, like human characters that do that, is might be necessary, might be cool. I'm also trying to be more open to change, because I think, like, when you're working on your passion project and it's your baby, you're, like, not as open to new ideas, even if the new ideas are better. Right, like, your first idea is rarely your best idea, you know? But yeah, so I'm just trying to be open. So I designed this character. But yeah, the main antagonist cult is the Cult of Chaos, and this character is sort of an agent of order. So that might be cool. You might see him in the comic, you might not. God, this tickle in my throat is killing me. A little ice shake for you. Maybe that's the theme of this video, is just getting to be a little unserious, you know? Gotta stop taking everything so seriously all the time. Well, I'm gonna work on surviving and not being sick anymore. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me for these 15 or so minutes. And don't get sick, because it sucks. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Toodaloo.